For the Junior State Cup State Finals, James Preston and Nathan Loveday to bring you all the action here between the Sharks and Mudgee Mudcrabs in the 12 girls division. And this is where North and South clashes, Nathan.
Yes, James, it's we've already seen in the first game, it's a win to the Southern Conference. Hills taking out that one in a tight one against the Manly Seagulls. So this could be anything. A big shout out to the crew from Mudgee. They're all tuning in. A big lot of the club, obviously, that haven't travelled down with the team, but the Mudgee Mudcrabs are excited.
Well, they will get first use of the ball as they drive upfield here midway through the set. Just stopping on the run for a moment there as Gilmore slows things down. Now they have a little dart themselves, running into the back of their own player, though, and that will be the change over there in favour of the Sharks. So a bit disjointed to begin with here, the Mudcrabs. Yes,
it was an interesting start, but there's, like always here, the 12 girls are probably plenty of nerves here. There's a big stadium, there's a big crowd here today, and there's plenty of people over our side you might not be able to see here, but there's plenty of shade over this eastern side of the field, so they'll be no doubt enjoying here the under-12s girls game.
So up into enemy territory they go again. Once more, Gilmore heavily involved so far. She hops in and acting half again. Now pops a short little pass here out to Wright. Wright leaves it behind. Nice strike dumping. Good hands too from Wright to pick that one up. And great evasive technique too, stepping off the left foot. I think they're going to call this one back though for a forward pass.
Yeah, referee McZurl there passing it on to Caitlin Sherry and saying that was a forward pass, and I completely agree. Referee's in a good position for that one.
So now the Sharks with the first bit of possession with a little bit of time on the ball here. They barely had it to begin with. Working upfield quite nicely here. A good little rucking set. Not looking at their box so far though. Of course, 25-minute matches here. As the Sharks are caught middle of the field. Ball comes free, but that was incidental contact that saw it pop out. So Ruby Wright won't be penalised there as the Sharks continue to promote the footy. Oh, big collision too. For a moment I thought we'd delved into rugby league.
Yeah, obviously the season's back, so everyone's got a bit of a taste of it. And as you said, a big collision over that far side, the grandstand side of the stadium.
Does make for a very interesting surrounding. The velodrome outside the confines of the pitch as the Mudcrabs come back towards the centre now. Quite literally living up to their namesake and crabbing across the field. Now with Wright. Wright pops it short here for Azar. Out of acting half they come again. Wright looking for support. Couple of dummies. Links up with Azar now. Still options out wide, but they scrambled well and slid across nicely there, the Sharks.
Yeah, some very good sliding defence there on the goal line. Just allowing themselves plenty of time to get back as the Mudcrabs try and strike, but I think they've turned it over, the Sharks.
Yes, they will have a good opportunity to do exactly that now. Nathan Loveday, the strike is on here for the Mudcrabs. They'll play it right about that 7-metre line with not much work to do in terms of meterage upfield, so they can launch an attack pretty much straight away here. They'll just slow it down for the briefest moment. Now get the strike done and charge hard at the line, getting to ground very quickly. It's a lovely dive. Was there a touch in time? Yes, there was from the referee. Good defence from the Sharks.
Yeah, good tight defence there in the middle, stopping the Mudcrabs on that occasion.
So here they go, Mudgee. They've still got a couple of plays at their sleeve. Long ball comes. It's not long enough, though. Goes to ground. And the Sharks, once more, hang on here. Still 0-0 in this one.
Yes, and each team will be eager, James, to get that first try. The 3-2 system's in play that we saw last week. So both sides will be hungry to take the lead.
It is all important. You mentioned there, of course, only that first try getting the 3 points, 2 points thereafter as we see an error here from the Sharks. So Mudgee, can they be the first ones to trouble that scoreboard? Now work it through the middle. Now it's played away here through Azar. Azar drops it off. So they keep heading towards that sideline. Away now through Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald drops it down as they get the transition working from the sub box. Short passing here. They keep it through the hands. This is nice stuff from the Mudgee Mudcrabs. I'll play it middle of the ground, midway through the set as well. Slowed down here from Stoddart. Stoddart rolls it. Last play now. Straight at the line they go. They marked up well again, though, the Sharks. So oodles of pressure, but they just can't break them down.
Yeah, I think you can see some nerves from both sides, as you said before. The couple of errors from the Sharks, just getting out from their own end, and also some great defence. So they've been able to turn the Mudcrabs away, which I'm sure the coaching staff will be very happy with.
It's off the right foot they come now. Very sloppy. Play the ball more than sloppy. It's going to be a turnover. Nathan Loveday's not happy. The arm's gone flinging out.
Not just echoing the frustration from the coaching staff of the Sharks. And yeah, that one, just another one, and you can hear the coaching staff. You might be able to hear them through the FX mics. Just hold the ball, must complete. But we saw it in the last game, James, plenty of nerves here at the stadium.
Oh, here we go. They do hold the ball this time round, and the Mudgee Mud Crabs, the pincers are in the air. They celebrate. First points of the match. It's 3-0.
Very, very good play from the Mud Crabs, and I think the Sharks have just put themselves under a little bit of pressure there, and the repeat sets and the field position just obviously taking its toll on the defence of the Sharks, and they couldn't hang on this occasion, and the Mud Crabs getting that very valuable 3 points, and as you said, pulling out their pincers, getting very excited.
So, of course, the two sides do change the direction they are running on the field when a try is scored, so that's why we're seeing the Sharks now heading down towards the other end. So they'll restart us back underway here. False start there, but now we're all good to go as Howson hops in at acting half and provides it for May. Howson now, nice straight drive here, picks up good metres. Out of acting half they come, off to Moses. Then stepping off the left foot, still live there for Chelsea May. They'll play it quickly, but they've left it behind again here. So, Nathan, fortunately this time the arms haven't come up from you, but I still think in the coach's box there's a few flailing limbs.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing for the moment, especially as we said, and we saw in the last game with the 16s girls, so I can only imagine how the young 12-year-olds are feeling as well. Like Mudgee, they've got the whole town watching behind them here, and it's the Sharks from Tarrant Point that are really, really struggling here. But they're going to get an opportunity here.
So Howson feeds that one away from acting half. Here she is again now on the follow-up. Good roll ball too, so much better stuff in this set so far. Moses links up out wide and now hops into acting half again. They've got them backpedaling here. Here they come. Ball out wide. Oh, it was on a silver platter, but unfortunately they spilled it over the sideline, and there is no dinner to enjoy there for Tarrant Point.
Well, no doubt, James, if they were going to have dinner, they'd be looking at Guzmani Gomez, one of our sponsors over the last couple of weekends, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Boys do a delicious feed there if you are thinking of a bit of lunchtime. I know it's early, but some people like me can eat 24/7, so Guzman and Gomez, it's the way to go. As the Mudgee Mud Crabs say, the way for us to go is straight up the pitch, but great jamming in pressure there. I think that might have been out wide. Charlie Moses providing it from the link position.
Yeah, no nerves from their young Charlie there, getting off the wing to put some pressure on the Mud Crabs, and the ball slips out to the side, and they'll get a chance to attack the Sharks.
Now Moses in at acting half. They go for a couple of short balls here and a great scything run right through the middle. The strike dumpers there. They arrive pretty much in time as well. Charlie Moses again. Quick hands. Oh, it's been left behind at the death. Try was building once more. That's two they've let them off the hook with.
Yeah, and there's still a little bit of dew here, James. I saw you sprinting across the field before after you got lost on the way here, which is always good. But
good old West Connects, mate. The good old West Connects.
Plenty of dew still out here on the field, so that ball will be slippery, and they're going to need to hold on to it, maybe tuck it under and lock it under that arm with the key.
I'll tell you now, I could have certainly swapped out the casual shoes for the boots with a few studs. Girls have been maintaining their footing pretty well so far, but yes, still pretty slippery with the hands, and we're just seeing there another changeover. So we are going to probably see this until about 11 o'clock when things really do start to dry out. Not sure if it's coming across on your screen, but some of those little water crystals you can still see popping up on top of the grass as it's played here from Moses. Now Fowler, who gives it wider still to Walker. Walker drops it down. They've got them here on a short side. Great delay on the pass. The dummy comes in. Well read, though. Beautiful defence there from Gilmore. They'll fling it back. Nothing doing there, though, for the Sharks. So the Mud Crabs with this stoic defence just frustrating the Sharks a little bit here. So now Mudgee working away from their own end. Work to do. They've been on the back foot for a little while now as Willow May comes across field. Flat pass right at the advantage line. But they pick up good meterage here. A really nice run from the Mud Crabs. Fresh players onto the field from the subset. Still a couple of plays left for them as well. A couple of players ruled offside, so the Mud Crabs keep marching up the field. This is a great driving set from them. They've gone plenty of metres. They'll change it over there, but a very strong set from the Mudgee Mud Crabs.
Yeah, well, after the first touch, James, they went very lateral and towards the box, but as you said, the touches 2, 3 and 4 straight up the middle, they were able to put the Sharks on the back foot, and they're getting their desserts here because there's another... Oh, and there's We need a new ball. This ball's lost its grip. Get a new ball out there, James.
I don't know if we've got the old deodorant spray cans. That sometimes seems to work a trick. We've lost it again here, but this one will be no advantage. So, commentator's curse first of the day goes to Nathan Loveday. Well done. They touch it just before halfway. And up they drive now with Havana Anderson. Good pressure, chiming in defence there from Smith. Little dummy comes in there from Barnes, who plays it now. They keep operating down this short side. Anderson, quick hands. Now they're away, the Sharks. Strike dump as well. This is much better from Tarrant Point. Just have to complete the set, though, as they finally get the full complement back on the field. On the last play, they wrap around now with Hawkins. Hawkins still driving forward. Nearly found a way around them. Just caught short in the end. They keep getting very close here, the Sharks.
Yeah, it's going to be a war of attrition here, I believe, here with the Mudcrabs and the Sharks. It's going to come down to who holds the ball, but also both teams. I think both teams are executing their drive fantastic here, as you'll see the Mudcrabs go to their box to transition on.
Very quality play here, given it is under 12 girls, although the head on the table from Nathan Loveday doesn't suggest that play was particularly spectacular. The subsets have been good so far, handling, letting both sides down, but I think that first try is going to be very crucial here at this rate because the Sharks just can't find a way through. But here they go with a nice little wraparound play, isolating down the sideline. Oh, they could have released. The big dummy came out instead. Walker is caught just shy, so back to the 7. She goes now. Hawkins through the middle. Moses plays it. Hawkins with the wraparound here for Anderson. Anderson isolates a couple of defenders. Good slide, but it's all a little bit too lateral here for the Sharks. They'd open them up. Someone needing to straighten the run, though. Last play now, they're up in good pressure there. Nice defence from the Mudcrabs.
Some very good defence there, as you mentioned, James. The Mudcrabs getting off now. They've got a penalty, referee Mick Zurul.
I think forward pass there here was very flat out of acting half. More than flat, that was like Josh Hodgson the other night. Every pass was forward. So we're about halfway through this one. Just over 12 and a half on the clock, of course, 25-minute matches. No half-time breaks. After a try, the two sides change ends as once more the Sharks are on the attack here. Howson with ball in hand. They've called this one back, but no advantage. So they'll get another set to work with here, Tarrant Point. Still just trying to craft an opening here against the Mudcrabs. Who does it fall for, Nathan Loveday? Who is the architect in this Shark side so far from what you've seen?
It's a good question. I think there's been a couple of opportunities, but here's May with the ball now stepping back. But I think Charlie Moses has been well and truly in the thick of things, and she'll be one to watch.
Here they go, firing away now. Fowler, this is Charlie Moses. Drop down. In fact, no, that's Howson. Howson's out there. Back toward the middle. Now Moses is an option. She gets it now. Quick hands, you've called for it, Nathan Loveday. You said Charlie Moses was the architect in motion. She fires a pass out wide. And Sienna Moore goes in 3-2, one try apiece.
Yeah, and as we said there, Moses with a good right to left pass out to the winger. And I think the weight of possession and the errors from the Mudcrabs, particularly on their drive, is what's cost them on that occasion. But there's still plenty of time. We have still over 11 minutes on the clock. And with that first try going to the Mudcrabs, they still hold the slender lead.
So Azar plays it. And now the follow-up comes through McDougall. Back to the middle they are again. Bit of a mix-up there. Now they go straight with Ruby Azar once more. Slow it down at acting half through Montana Griffith. Griffith on the last now. In at acting half. Azar again at the line. Dives from a long way out. It was more of a Superman dive, though, than getting very low. And as a result, the defence was able to account for her. Now the Sharks upfield.
The Sharks have the chance to get out from their own end, and they'll be looking to bite.
Like that. First punt of the day as well. You're getting them all in here. Well done. Just shy of the halfway line now. And that will be the last play here for the Sharks. Quick hands, but not quick enough. They read that one very well. And very much like bait in the water, they're all over that one against the Sharks. So short pass provided here. Azar grabs the crossfield. Griffith. So they keep heading towards that sub box. Moses stepped up to make the touch. Azar's been getting through a lot of work in the last few minutes here as we come inside the final 10. So work to do for both sides. The Mudcrabs with a slender lead and one play up their sleeves here. Last it is. They try and go for the all or nothing play. but it doesn't quite find its mark, and the Tarrant Point Sharks survive once again.
It's one of the great things about our game, James, is that it's built for everyone, and both sides here, the under-12s girls, are going back and forth, and these are the best of the best. The Mud Crabs, an outstanding win last week.
Here they go, though. The Sharks are off now. They've got plenty of pace here around the outside. Oh, wonderful cover touch in the end there from Ciel Smith. They'll play it here, but it was nearly on there for the Sharks. That would have made it very interesting. They might still have a good crack at them here, though. Worked away now through Barnes. Barnes drops it down. They come forward with May. May easy meters on display here. Caught just inside the 7. That will unfortunately slow things down for them, though. They pop it back to the middle. Last one here. They must link up. Good drawing pass. It's on here for the Sharks. The long cut-out ball comes. Oh, no! It's fallen out at the death. It was there for Laverance, but unfortunately Laverance couldn't find the elevation of it.
As you mentioned, James, what about the skill of these players? That long pass. That was a 15, 20-metre pass from the young girls, and there's players that are in the men's and women's opens that can't pass that well, and that was an outstanding pass, and there's some serious skill here, and this game is well and truly anyone's.
Certainly is. We've got plenty of time as well on the clock, just under 9 to go here at the Canterbury Velodrome, the home of New South Wales touch football, as the knock-on comes here from the Mudgee Mud Crabs. So good field position. You can just start to see the tide beginning to turn here as well. The Sharks have had the better of the field position in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say the Sharks here are circling. There's no doubt about that, James.
Yes, they certainly do like a high tide as well, and the tide has turned. So there we go. We can both put in a punt. Here comes the Sharks now. Upfield. Play there from Felicity Barnes. Back towards Walker. Walker is caught. Oh, nearly high contact there. That could have been interesting. They fire it away now from right to left. Still the wraparound. Lovely delay on the run. They'll pop it back to the middle. They fooled the referee. In fact, she nearly hit the deck.
Yeah, no long sprigs on referee Rachel Choice. Almost the slip with the joggers on, but she holds her feet and earns a spot here, being selected after some good performances at the first conference.
She was very good indeed. As a big touch comes in there, I thought that was close to being forceful contact. Instead, it's gone the way of the Sharks. So 7.5 on the clock. Still the margin is 1. Both sides have scored a try, but the Mudgee Mud Crabs with that important first three-pointer. Every try thereafter, of course, if you're just joining us, is worth the 2. As upfield now come Tarrant Point. The Sharks, as Nathan Loveday has suggested, are beginning to circle. They can smell blood in the water, and it tastes like mud crab at the moment. The touch comes across. They're about 15 away. Last play now. So once again, they are within striking distance. They'll fire it through the hands. Hawkins fires it on quickly here. Fowler crabbing across field. Nowhere to go, though. She's run out of room. They'll show her the sideline, and that's just nice play there from the Mud Crabs. They didn't panic in defence.
Yeah, but I think the Sharks will be happy with where they've left the ball. So if they can't score, I think the next best option is to leave it in the far corner. And they've done that on that occasion. I think the clubs go to either side. And the Mud Crabs here, one thing that has let them down for the last 5 to 10 minutes here in this game is their drive. So the coaching staff of Adam Perini and Mark Fitzgerald will be looking to fix that up here and getting the girls on the move, because once they get that flow, they're very effective. But it's just getting actually to the box and through that with a few errors and a couple of penalties has hurt them.
So the big dummy comes out now from Hawkins. Getting through the set is goal number 1 as here comes Moses threatening again. Now they've worked something. The short side's open again here, but they crab across field and shut it down pretty nicely there through Gilmore. 6 on the clock. Still a few plays in this set here for the Sharks. Moses, good footwork again. Plays it inside the 7. You don't see that too often. Hawkins now straightens it up. Last play here. So again, the Mud Crabs have got all the answers. They haven't taken it back to the 7. Moses won't need it. Again, she sets it up for them. This time, Chelsea May. And may well she celebrate. They're in front here, 4-3.
Yeah, just the weight of possession and the errors from the Mud Crabs have put them on the back foot here. But the Sharks have just kept going and have really earned the right to be in front.
Lovely play again from Charlie Moses, who's now set up 2 of them. Might be going off a little early here for the Guzman and Gomez player of the match, but she's certainly putting herself in with a good showing.
Yeah, Charlie she'd be just in front of, as you said, the GYG player of the match. So let's wait and see what the next 5 minutes. Plenty of time on the clock here, and the Mud Crabs with the weight of Mudgee on their backs with a chance to attack.
So Ruby Wright is caught. She now receives a game from first receiver, and the wraparound play comes. It's old-fashioned, but it certainly does work quite well. Oh, great scrambling defence there from Sienna Moore, who got the Sharks their first try. Now she stops one on that occasion. So inside the final 5, some reinforcements onto the field as well here for the Sharks. Back into the action comes Lily Ryan in the 3. So she'll be hovering out wide here for Tarrant Point, who now have a slender lead. 2 tries to 1, 4-3. Of course, the Mud Crabs getting that all-important first 3-pointer, but at the moment, it's the White Pointers who are in front. Sharks are leading, but they've given them a sniff here.
4 minutes 14 on the clock here. This is a massive opportunity for the Mud Crabs. No doubt all those back in the beautiful town of Mudgee will be on the edge of their seats.
So Wright slows it down. Back to the middle here with Perini. Wright again. Heading across field. They've called them back here though. Still going to be a Mud Crabs ball. A little bit of confusion in the play of the ball itself though, but they're back underway now. As again, Wright just happy to slow things down for now. This time they launch a raid. Oh, they were looking for that long-range dive. But of course, rule number 1, no matter what ball sport it is, get control of the ball before you look to launch the attack.
Yeah, Gilmore had every chance there, and I think the eyes lit up, and it was almost like Christmas there with a little bit of a gap in the defence, and yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. Maybe still a little bit of dew hanging around. But big defensive set so far here from the Mud Crabs.
So Moses in at acting half, plays it here. Now Howson, and off to Anderson. Anderson with some good metres. Last play now. This time Moses can't get away. Gilmore certainly makes up for that previous error. Good touch there from her.
And a very good defensive set from the Mud Crabs. Anytime you can get the ball back from halfway is going to be good for you, and they've actually taken it back an extra 5 metres. So not sure of the reason.
There from the Sharks. They simply kicked it away, and then Mud Crabs decided, you know what, we'll just play it from here. Why not?
Just the honesty of the Mud Crabs. They just picked it up and said, no worries, we'll just play it from here. And whilst they've got to go an extra 5 metres, the Sharks really moving up quickly in defence here.
Yeah, good touch made this time around from Havana Anderson. 2.5 on the clock. Change over here. So the Mud Crabs will definitely get at least 1 set, maybe 2 full sets before this one is closed out. Both sides are actually working through their sets very quickly here at the moment. It's only about 20 or 30 seconds each so far in this match. Moses, great draw and pass, but really well collected in defence there in the end from Smith, who managed to take 2 at once. So once more through the middle now with Fowler.
Smith's been absolutely outstanding on this left-hand edge for the Mud Crabs. She's made a number of very good touches, including a couple of try savers as well. So hats off to Sol Smith. She's been outstanding.
So change over here off the back of that pressure, including from Smith. So this gives them good field position with 1:45 on the clock. A full set to play with here. Based on how this is going, probably at least half another set after this point, but they would love to get a try now and really put the pressure on the Sharks with minimal time on the clock. From left to right they go. Once more, you can see the Sharks as a unit all pushing up in defence. They are hungry to close things down here. They'll draw and pass very quickly. It's still live here for the Mud Crabs, but the Sharks just get there in time, and they'll have one final play to try and deal some damage in good field position. Here they come. They haven't got a strike dump to work with, though. Back down the short side, nothing doing there. Now, if the Sharks are clever, they'll play out this set. There might only be about 2 plays for the Mud Crabs after that.
Yeah, that was some very, very good defence, as you said, from the Sharks. But Mudgee probably looking and needing someone there just to go down and maybe a bit of a strike done. With having all those defenders up on that occasion, you really need to try and penetrate the line and get in behind, whereas on that occasion, and the Sharks, the coach, Jessica Alston, she's almost jumped into the Cooks River behind us.
I wouldn't blame her. I would not blame her. So McGregor made a terrific run and picked up a good 15 or so metres, and I was just thinking they'll turn this ball over in really good field position to try and hold out on the lead, but instead, here come the Mud Crabs with a full set pretty close to the line. They're about halfway through it now. Touch made on the 7th, so they do still need that strike dump. They'll come in now, last play. They do get a strike dump though. Here they come, the Mud Crabs. They had to release early. It's play on. Still live here for Mudgee. Mudgee getting away, but the touch comes in at the death. It's McGregor again. The last minute or so, she's been exceptional. There's the time. The Tarrant Point Sharks, they just have to kill the play. They'll do exactly that, and they have won it here, Nathan Loveday.
And what a game of touch, end-to-end stuff. Mudgee and Tarrant Point, or the Sharks, take your hats off. And we saw a little bit of drop ball from both sides, but nerves, the dew, it can be excused for game one. And I tell you what, after that one, James, I can't wait for games 2 and potentially game 3.
Absolutely. It's all to play for here. But the first match is taken by the Sharks themselves. And up next, we move to the under-14 boys Junior State Cup state finals. It is the Wagga Wagga Vipers taking on the Maitland Redbacks. All the action in less than 5 minutes' time.
Leaving the field, use the bin providers to place all of your rubbish in. Today's starting warm up, I'd like to remind you of our food vendors, Taylor Street Food and Kentucky Fried Wing King at the front.
Good, I think this might be.
And we are also selling water and soft drinks up in the clubhouse in the canteen. Feel free to come up and get some. We have 4 minutes till next game starts.
No, I think I just need to be a bit looser. So is that the tilt? The tilt. Yeah, because I was like, it's one of them and I always get it wrong, so I didn't want to do it mid, like, yeah. Yeah. But I think like now that I know, I'll just change it. Yeah, I think we're a bit different there. Either way.